Good morning and welcome to Talk of the Town as we discuss this week's events and happenings across Brownfield and Terry County. We'll have This Week in History, some laughter and fun. So turn up your volume, sit back, and listen to Talk of the Town.
Good Monday morning, everybody. Welcome to this episode of Talk of the Town with Eric Horton here, coming to you pre-recorded from the beautiful downtown luxurious Town Talk studio on the square here in Brownfield, Texas, across the street from the beautiful Terry County Courthouse. Of course, it is Monday, obviously, and of course, it's a little bit chilly outside today. Right now, it is 49 degrees, feels like 45 outside because of the little bit of wind chill factor we got going on. Today's high, Monday, November the 10th, is going to be 65 degrees, but tomorrow we get into spring weather. It's going to be 82 is the high, Wednesday 78 the high, then Thursday and Friday 83 and 84, and then the next week we get back down into this real fall temperatures and everything like that. They're saying Sunday right now that we have a 50% chance of moisture on Sunday, November the 16th. We'll really see if that happens. It seems like every time you see this, then the percentage goes down and down till the day of, and then there's nothing there. So I would hate to be a weatherman. I think that would be one of the toughest jobs out there in the world today. With that being said, you see my shirt here, has several double T's on there. Congratulations to the Red Raiders for their big win over BYU on Saturday morning, or Saturday afternoon technically, I guess. But it's great to see them get that win, and we will see Tuesday night where they fall into what they call the college football playoff rankings. I would expect that them just to jump up one. I don't see them going anywhere else because we all know that everybody has their favorites, and it's the SEC and the Big Ten. But that's for a sports show. So we're going to digress on that one and move on down the road right here. Figure out what's going on this week. There is a lot of things going on this week. In specifically basketball. Basketball season has begun for us out here. Unfortunately, the Lady Cubs had their first game the other day against Borden County, who is in the top 25. Let me see here. I believe that they are number 7 in the state in Class 1A. You say, Eric, Class 1A, they should have beat them because we're Class 3A. Those girls at Borden County are good. So, and they held them to, I think it was 6 or 8 points, something like that. So, Lady Cubs have a lot to look forward to this season, although they are 0-1 right now, but that's okay. They will pick up the pace. I guarantee you they will. Anyway, going on right now, Brownfield FFA, Meadow FFA, and Wellman Union FFA is over in Tahoka for their Mesa District LEDs. So hopefully someone from one of these three schools will come back with some banners and winning whatever LDEs that they're having. So don't forget tonight at 7 p.m. at ACES, Arnold Community Educational Services, the Celebrity Reading Night with Brownfield High School tennis team. And of course your kid from pre-K to 5th grade, you get a free book. And so I suggest everybody get there at 7 o'clock tonight and enjoy this time with these kids from the tennis team and get to know them a little bit and stuff like that, because I guarantee you in the spring you're going to hear from them, and I think you're going to hear something great coming from them. I think it's going to end up being it's just the 13th in a row or 14th in a row district title for the Lady Cubs and Cubs when it comes to spring tennis. So we'll see what happens when that happens. So Tuesday, November the 11th, of course, all your banks are closed. The courthouse is closed. City offices are closed in honor of Veterans Day. Now, of course, we're not closed, but we do have the Town Talk show at 9:30 in the morning to be announced as far as the person who is going to be here, our guest or whatever. Bingo night tomorrow night on the 11th at the Brownfield Senior Center. It begins at 6 p.m. Doors open at 5:30. It's $20, and you get, I believe it's 8 games that you get with this. So that's going to be a lot of fun. All the proceeds go back into the Senior Citizen Center, and very important. The first one we had last month was fun and wonderful. This month we have some really good prizes that I'm excited about, and I hope I win. So we'll see what happens. Tomorrow night, Brownfield Lady Cubs basketball versus Hell Center will be here at home. It's a 6 p.m. tip-off for that time. The Meadow Lady Broncos basketball versus Sands at home. It's a 6 p.m. tip-off. And then the Meadow Broncos basketball versus Lubbock High in a scrimmage. It's going to be in Lubbock, so I hope those boys can get out there and scrimmage Lubbock High. That's 1A versus a 5A school. So we'll see what happens there. But it is a scrimmage, so shouldn't be too bad. Wednesday, November the 12th, the PAC show at 9:30 a.m. We'll be talking some agriculture, but we'll also be talking about the shutdown. As I'm speaking right now, the shutdown should be over, or somewhat over, or whatever, and the government shutdown, that is. And so we'll see what happens. In the next 24 hours is probably pretty crucial. You did have 8 senators from the Democrat side, 1 independent actually, and they vote with the Democrats typically. They defected and moved over and got that 60 vote threshold so that the government can reopen. So we'll be talking about that a little bit in what was given and what was taken out of the deal there. So also tomorrow, Meadow ISD, your FFA Major Stock Show entry meeting will be at the Ag Building. Any family wanting to enter a Major Stock Show needs to make plans to attend this meeting, so please bring payment for entries and exhibitors' Social Security numbers. That begins at 5 p.m. So those that are going to be a part of the Major Stock Shows, you need to go tomorrow again at 5 p.m. to the Ag Building and get signed up. Major Stock Shows is anything but your local and county show. So that's San Angelo, Austin, Houston, Fort Worth, on and on and on. San Antonio, there you go. I really like Houston though. It's because of the cinnamon rolls. Cinnamon rolls are really good there at Stubby's. Really are. Thursday, November the 13th, Town Talk Show again at 9:30 a.m. I think we tentatively have the Red Cross supposed to be coming in here. We'll see what happens. Haven't got anything back from them quite yet, but we should pretty soon. Then the Terry County Strings will be at the Brownfield Senior Center at 7 p.m. If you just want to go and enjoy some good old classic country music, gospel music, and just relax and just enjoy the fellowship, that is the place to go. It's free of charge. There's free popcorn as well. If you want to bring your supper with you, you're more than welcome to do that. But it is a good time, and so looking forward to that. Then also Thursday night at 7 p.m., the Brownfield High School Cubs football will take on the Shallow-Water Mustangs in the by-district matchup. It will be at the new Lubbock Cooper Liberty Football Stadium at 4530 Woodrow Road there in Lubbock. Maybe there'll be an upset. You never know. This is why you play the game. You play the game to see who's going to win. And maybe Shallow-Water have a bad night and the Cubs will have a great night. We'll see what happens. All right, folks? And then Friday, November the 14th, the Sports Beat Show at 9:30 a.m. I'm hoping to have Coach McPherson and company here with us as our guest coach and everything like that. We're going to see what happens with that. Then the Brownfield Chamber of Commerce will hold a ribbon cutting ceremony at Stock and Pedal Florist at 11 o'clock. At 11 o'clock, formerly Brownfield Floral, by the way, over there on Broadway Street. So looking forward to that. Meadow Lady Broncos and Broncos basketball versus Hart at Hart. It's a 6 p.m. tip-off. And then the Wellman Union Lady Cats and Wildcats basketball, they travel over to Grady for a 6 p.m. tip-off in basketball. So looking forward to that as well. Then on Saturday, November the 15th, the Running Cubs will get their first game in the season in basketball, and they take on Trinity Christian at Trinity at 2:30 p.m. is the tip-off time for that. So some other things that are going on as well. We have the this is in the future, obviously. You have the Gobble Wobble Run or Wobble Gobble Run on the 22nd of November. And then, of course, there is the Christmas Parade that's going to be happening December the 7th. I want to let everybody know that the route has changed. We will not be going from Coleman Park to Broadway to the courthouse. It will go from 2nd Street, I guess it would be technically North 2nd Street, and it'll go west on Main. Then it will go down south 6th Street and then turn to go down West Broadway and then back to 2nd Street. And so looking forward to everybody. Anybody can sign up for this. The thing is that you need a float or your truck or UTV/golf cart needs to have Christmas lights or lights. That's the purpose of it. It's a lighted Christmas parade, and it's at night. And so we want you to get your, whether it's a float or truck, pickup car, whatever it may be that you want to enter into this thing, get it looking great. And we're excited about this. So anyway, next up, of course, is going to be our National Day of whatever. We're going to find out, and of course, this day in history. So we'll be right back after this quick little commercial break.
In the rhythm of small-town life, Pocolambro has been the steady beat, connecting communities for over 70 years. In a world that's always evolving, your connection matters. That's why Pocolambro proudly provides fast, reliable internet services, reaching speeds of up to 1 gig on our fiber network. Whether you're running a business, staying connected with loved ones, or exploring the endless possibilities of online learning, Pocolambro is here to power your dreams with blazing fast internet. Your dreams, our connection. Pocolambro, connecting our communities for over 7 decades.
Experience ultimate comfort with B&S Heating and Air Conditioning, where you can always count on us for fast service that keeps you cozy year-round. We make upgrading your system easy and affordable with free estimates, flexible financing options, and cutting-edge, energy-efficient Trane products that deliver long-term savings. If you want to cut through all the BS, call 80663-60050 or visit www.bnsheatingandair.com now to secure your appointment and take the first step towards a more comfortable home.
Terry County Veterinary Hospital is your first stop for your animal's well-being. Dr. Jim Ridenauer and staff are committed to keeping your pets and animals healthy and happy. Terry County Vet provides quality medical care for all animals, large and small. We want to make sure your pets, livestock, or show projects are taken care of. Whether it be through maintenance or emergencies, Terry County Vet Hospital is there for you and your animal. Call 806-585-6363 to set up an appointment or stop by their location on the Lubbock Highway between Brownfield and Meadow.
The folks at Lintigar Electric Cooperative work hard to meet your needs as consumer owners and the needs of your community too. Their business is to provide electric service as reliably and economically as possible. But the bottom line, the foundation of their day-to-day work, is the satisfaction of their co-op member owners and their colleagues and business associates. So please share your ideas and thoughts with the folks at Lintigar, because if you're not satisfied, they're not satisfied. Lintigar Electric Cooperative, owned and operated by those we serve.
At Sundown State Bank, there's nothing more important than people we serve. Dedicated to community development and involvement, our roots are in Texas, and we're proud of it. With 5 branches across West Texas in Brownfield, Denver City, Levelland, Sundown, and Wall, we are positioned to serve rural communities with excellent rates, personalized service, and trustworthy banking. Explore our banking services at sundownsb.com. Sundown State Bank, your choice for local banking.
Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
45% of people put off buying life insurance, according to industry research. Insuring yourself and your family can help you be more prepared in the event of illness or a tragic accident. Call me, your local Farmers Insurance agent, Judy Bessler, and discover coverage options you can tailor to your priorities and budget. To learn more about your coverage options, call Judy Bessler at 806-637-6461.
We are farmers. Bum, ba-dum, bum, 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 bum.
Life insurance issued by Farmers New World Life Insurance Company, Bellevue, Washington. Industry research conducted by Limra and Life Happens in 2021.
All right, folks, we are back here for our today's National Days. So November the 10th is actually National Civic Pride Day. So go out and show your civic pride here in the community. Raise a flag, do all that fun stuff. Okay. It's also National Vanilla Cupcake Day. Why can't it just be National Cupcake Day? I don't know, but it has to be Vanilla Cupcake Day, which is fine. So go get you a vanilla cupcake today over here at our local bakery. She does a wonderful job. It is also National Forget-Me-Not Day. This National Forget-Me-Not Day reminds Americans of the sacrifices returning soldiers have made of body, blood, and limb. It was created in 1921. The day reminds Americans that National Forget-Me-Not Day originally raised funds for services for returning injured soldiers. At the time, the existing hospitals were insufficient to support the numbers of returning disabled veterans. And of course, this would have been from World War I era, or just a little after that era as well. But today is National Forget-Me-Not Day, so remember our veterans. It's also the United States Marine Corps' birthday, believe it or not. So there's that. Then a little day in history on the 10th of November. In 1871, this day in 1871, according to his journal, explorer Henry Stanley greeted David Livingstone, the fellow explorer, in search of the source of the Nile River, with the famous words, "Dr. Livingstone, I presume." Okay, sure thing right there, sure thing. Also this day in history, in 1990, the American comedy Home Alone, written by John Hughes and starring Macaulay Culkin, had its world premiere, a huge hit, and it spawned a number of sequels and became a TV staple for the Christmas holidays, which is true. All of us have, I think, watched Home Alone, and if your kids are, in their teens and they've never watched it, you need to get them to watch that booger right there. So, in 1969, this day in 1969, the American children's TV series Sesame Street, which featured a cast of puppet characters that included Elmo, Big Bird, and the Cookie Monster, debuted on the National Educational Television Network, later known as PBS. I did not know that. I thought that's kind of really cool, to be quite honest with you about that. So anyway, going back to the National Day calendar here. Oh no, it's not doing what I wanted to do. I wanted to go to the next day. Right? Look at this. You can register a national day. I didn't know you could do that. I think we need to make a National Eric Day. How about that, right? All right. On November the 11th, National Day, it is Veterans Day, which also used to be called Armistice Day. Federal holiday coincides with Armistice Day and Remembrance Day, which marks the end of World War I, and when the people came together to sign the Armistice Agreement with Germany, which was on the 11th hour of the 11th day of the 11th month of 1918. And of course, we all know the history of World War I and how it eventually helped lead into World War II, and so on and so forth. But this day became Veterans Day in the United States in 1954 is when it became the actual Veterans Day. It's also, tomorrow is National Sundae Day. It's Sunday, Ice Cream Sundae Day. I'm happy. I don't know about y'all, but I'm happy because I love ice cream. And so there's that. Not much on the rest of the tomorrow, so you can have a Sunday and celebrate your veterans too. Do it. That's what I would do. In fact, I'm going to do that. So anyway, all right, this day in history, moving on to the next day. On November the 11th, this day in history, of course, we've already talked about this big event. At 5 a.m. on this day in 1918, the Allied powers in Germany signed an armistice document in the railway carriage of the Ferdinand Foch, the commander of the Allied armies, and 6 hours later, World War I came to an end. This was, again, a special day, obviously. Yeah. Anyway, this day in history in 2004, Yasser Arafat, who was the president from 1996 to 2004 of the Palestinian Authority and chairman of the Palestinian Liberation Organization, the PLO, we've heard about them before, and the leader of Fatah, the largest of the constituent PLO groups, died in Paris. He did. He went bye-bye. And I never quite understood how in the world this guy had so much control over certain people. But he's gone now. So there you go right there. Let's see here. What else? This day in history, 1966, Gemini 12, the last spacecraft in the Gemini series and the first to make an automatically controlled re-entry into Earth's atmosphere, was launched. That's pretty cool, isn't it? I like that. That's really, really cool. So, National Day calendar, going more. Let's see here. We got, what in the world? Why is this doing this for us here? Here we go. On the 12th, Wednesday, November the 12th, not December the 12th, it is National French Dip Day. Sure. It's also National Chicken Soup for the Soul Day. And it's also National Pizza with the Works Except Anchovies Day. I can't make this stuff up, folks. I can't make this stuff up. So anyway, we're going to move back on to this day in history. Let's go a little bit further into the week. On the 13th of November in 2015, on this day in 2015, terrorists staged a coordinated attack in Paris and its environs, and the deadliest occurring at the Vatican Theater and Concert Hall. In all, at least 130 people were killed and more than 350 were wounded. A terrorist attack, and of course it was from some radical Islamists who did that. This day in history, in 2001, on the heels of the U.S.-led invasion of Afghanistan, prompted by the deadly terrorist attacks of September 11th, the army of the anti-Taliban Northern Alliance captured the capital city of Kabul. And then we went in. And then we left. And so there it is, right there. That is what it is. This day in history, in 1940, this day in history, on the 13th of November, the animated film Fantasia had its first public screening, and it became one of Disney's more controversial works, derided for its pretentiousness and praised for its stunning visual effects. There's a gnat. That's why I'm doing that. Anyway, maybe he'll go away, I hope. So, anyway, all right. So, National Day on November the 13th here. It is National Indian Pudding Day. That's all. That's all you get. Friday, November the 14th, is National Seatbelt Day. Let me say something. So, in the media, I get, and I need to get some other ones too, but I get the Lubbock area and the Permian Basin area, Texas Department of Public Safety, what would you call them, press releases when somebody gets killed in an accident on the highway and that the DPS works. 9 times out of 10, if not, it's probably more than that, maybe 9.5 times out of 10, if there is a rollover in a vehicle and somebody dies, they have a thing on there that says seatbelt yes or seatbelt no. And a lot of times when those people die, it is no. They were not wearing their seatbelt at all. I encourage you all to wear your seatbelt. And some people say, yeah, seatbelts don't always save lives. You're right, but when there's a rollover, it'll save your life. It will save your life. I believe that. I've seen it. I can bring up all the statistics that you need just in the two areas here of the state of Texas. And so, anyway. Also, November the 14th is Family PJ Day. It's Family Pajama Day. Here's a good one. National Pickle Day on November the 14th. So go eat yourself a gherkin, a pickle. How about that? Let's move on to Saturday, November the 15th. It is National Raisin Bran Cereal Day. I like Kellogg's Raisin Bran. I'm not sure a big one on Post, I don't think, Raisin Bran. But I like a little Raisin Bran every now and then. I think it's really cool. Then November 15th is also National Bundt Day. Bundt Cake Day, I guess is really what it's called. Bundt cakes are great when you go to Nothing Bundt Cakes. Anyway, so then it's also National Clean Out Your Refrigerator Day. Now listen, folks. I think we all know that you can open your refrigerator sometimes and you're like, okay, I got to clean this out. But then you close the door. And then you open it again and it comes back to you, oh, I got to clean this out. Then you close the door. And then you do it all over about 10 or 20 times. Clean out your refrigerators on November the 15th. And I'll be quite honest with you, maybe do it every 2 weeks. You don't want your house smelling, and especially your refrigerator smelling, because you can never get those smells out of your refrigerator. At least I don't think you can. And it is also America Recycles Day. Go recycle something. How about that? Plastic, metal, aluminum, which is a metal. So anyway, everybody, y'all have a great week. God bless, and hope to see y'all and talk to y'all very soon. Bye-bye.
Glad you joined us this morning for the Talk of the Town. We hope your week is blessed and fantastic. Talk of the Town is a production of Town Talk Media. We are the voice of Terry County.